Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Jackson Virtual Pride Festival. My name is Rebecca Culkins. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Virtual Jackson Pride Festival. I'm Rebecca Culkins. I am a board member at the Jackson Pride Center, and I am an LGBTQ ally, and I want to share my story. So I believe in equity and equality regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Social justice is important to me. Even from a young age, I always wanted to read and learn about people that are different from me. For me, a book about a white female from the Midwest just wasn't as interesting as an African detective or a mother-daughter relationship in the American South. Learning about different people is not just a fun childhood hobby, but can help build empathy for a lifetime. Learning to understand the struggles of others has helped me to recognize injustice and empowered me to fight for social justice. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And I'm not just talking about justice in our courts or our laws, but in our everyday lives. My work in mental health has opened my eyes to the everyday struggles of the LGBTQ community. We know that lesbian, gay, and bisexual youth are more than twice as likely to feel suicidal and over 4 times as likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual peers. For transgender youth, a third of them have seriously considered suicide, and 1 in 5 has made an attempt. But we know that social support, and parental support especially, is a major protective factor when it comes to suicide. In another study, trans suicidal thoughts went from 57% for those that did not have support down to 4% for those with parental support. Acceptance is not just a nice thing to have. For some, it is essential to survival. Having a sense of belonging is important for humans at every stage of life, but especially for youth. I had my share of bullying in middle school. Felt like I didn't belong. I had no friends. Even I thought about suicide. The closest I ever got was to make a list of all the people who would miss me if I was gone. And it was a short list. They were all related to me. But it was enough for me to stop thinking about it. In suicide prevention training, we talk about the importance of at least one trusted adult for youth. And for me, it was parents and grandparents, but it doesn't have to be someone related to you. Think about the youth in your life. Maybe you are that person. Even having a more accepting community can be a protective factor. The passing of the non-discrimination ordinance for the city of Jackson is not just a law, it's a statement. You are welcome here. You're welcome in your school, in your home, in your workplace, in shops and restaurants. Imagine that you're now able to bring your whole self to work and school. Imagine not having to stress about hiding who you are just to belong. Our theme this year is 2020 Vision, New Decade, New Era. We have celebrated many wins in the last decade of LGBTQ rights in America. From the first mention of LGBTQ causes in a presidential address to marriage equality and the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. This new decade brings with it new challenges, including issues such as LGBTQ non-discrimination at the state level with the expansion of Elliott Larson, fighting so-called bathroom bills, and other policies that discriminate against the trans community, and working on inclusion within the movement. Again, bringing your whole self to your community. I want to thank our sponsors, Henry Ford Allegiance Health, John Foods, Baker College of Jackson, Lifeways, and Drug Free Jackson. These funds will go towards programming in Jackson County to accomplish our goals. The goals of programming for the Jackson Pride Center include both building a safe place and making our community safer. And what does that mean? So, to build a safe place for the LGBTQ community in Jackson County, we'll plan events, places where we all feel safe to be ourselves. So So what would you like to see? LGBTQ yoga classes, bike rides, book clubs? Let us know. To make our community safer for the LGBTQ in Jackson County, we want to focus on policy change and changing hearts and minds in our community. To make our Jackson community safer and more accepting of our LGBTQ community. Remember, acceptance is not just a nice thing to have. For some, it's essential for survival. So thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us and supporting the Jackson Pride Center. Throughout the next hour, we will have messages of hope from our board members and the mayor. We know that this is not the Pride Festival you were expecting. COVID-19 has affected us all, some with isolation, anxiety, and fear. We couldn't let our Pride date pass without recognizing it. We encourage you to celebrate in your own way, even if it's just wearing your Pride colors and dancing around your house. We hope to see you back downtown for 2021 when we can truly celebrate Pride. Please keep following our Facebook page for more videos. Thank you.